Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood. Alias Grace by Margaret Atwood tells the story of Grace Marks, a 16-year-old girl who in 1843 was accused of murdering her employer and his housekeeper. Some believe Grace is innocent, others say she is insane, but Dr. Simon Jordan, who studies in the field of mental illness, is determined to discover the truth and earn Grace a pardon from her life sentence. It's up to Dr. Jordan to unlock Grace's memories and unravel the truth of this disturbing, bloody story. So, just to make a quick note before I do head into this book review, prior to reading this book, I did love and enjoy the Netflix miniseries that starred Sarah Gadon as the leading heroine, Grace Marks, Edward Holcroft as Dr. Simon Jordan, Zachary Levi, Anna Paquin, just a really great cast, a really fantastic miniseries. So of course, my love of that miniseries, I had to pick up this book. And not gonna lie, I had my concerns heading into this novel because I loved that miniseries so much, and I was like, please, please, please let this book be just as fantastic as the miniseries. And thank God, this book, the miniseries is a fantastic adaptation. Let's just put it that way. There's just lines of dialogue that are exact from book to screen. There's scenes that are exact from book to screen. Just everything. Yeah, this book, the miniseries, just perfect, I think. I love the miniseries. I love this book. So yeah, let's get into what I loved about the book. Let's start with Margaret Atwood's incredible writing, yeah guys. Margaret Atwood, it's kind of hard to explain. You have to read her for yourself. So I'm going to try to describe as best I can her writing style, but to me, what I enjoyed about her writing, she just has a way with language and words and word choices, her use of metaphor, her use of description, just something very compelling and different, and you really find yourself entranced into the narrative and with the characters and just the flow of the writing. Seriously, the flow of the writing is gorgeous. I can't, like I said, I can't explain it that well. This is the type of novel you kind of have to experience for yourself and make up your own decision how you feel about it. But yeah, for me, that's how I felt. The writing, the beauty of the writing, the flow of the writing, just the compelling nature of these characters, really fascinating, I think. And there were moments of dialogue or moments of just maybe a sentence that I found myself going, wow, why can't I write that way? Seriously. Just a simple sentence. You know, a simple sentence, a simple line of dialogue just will have you kind of just, your mind will be blown. Is all I can say. So what you have to know, perhaps prior to heading into this novel, it is historical fiction, but it is based on a true story that Margaret Atwood kind of fell upon and was interested in and was like, hey, I'm gonna write a novel about this. And yeah, this was a true story that happened in the 1800s to a 16-year-old girl named Grace Marks. And yeah, she immigrated from Ireland. Yes, she immigrated from Ireland to Canada. I about said America. Yeah, that's another thing. This does not take place in America. It takes place in Canada, which was kind of refreshing. It was nice to have some historical fiction in Canada because I don't think I've read anything in Canada really. So yeah, Grace Marks, she comes from Ireland to Canada, and it is a lot of it is her journey trying to find herself as a woman in this world and her place in it. And of course, she's impoverished. She tries to make friends with various different people. She's often kind of abused by the men in her life. Not physically abused, but definitely kind of vocally, mentally abused on occasion. So yeah, this is all about her journey and how she winds up in the position that she winds up in. And it's a novel about circumstances in some ways. You know, had had everything been different, you know, if Grace had never come to Canada, if she hadn't gone from step A to step B to step C, you know, gone to different house after house after house, because that's what she tends to do. She tends to be like a lady's maid and whatnot. It's like just these different steps, these different circumstances. Would everything have fallen in the same way? You know, would she have been accused of murder by 16 years old, you know? So yeah, this novel is definitely a piece of feminist literature. It explores Grace as a woman, it explores her relationship with other women, it explores her relationship with all of the various men in her life. And that's kind of the big thing, the big focus of this novel is not only I mean, there are some fantastic relationships that she has with women, but a lot of it is the exploration with Grace and all of the men in her life, because of course there's the bad men, but then there's also the men that they're good men, but at the same time this is a book that takes place in the 1800s, and of course the men at the time, if they can't understand a woman, they try to fix a woman. So yeah, that's kind of where Dr. Simon Jordan comes in. He's specializing in the field of mental illness. He thinks that Grace was suffering under some sort of mental illness when she killed her employer and his housekeeper. And Grace as a character, she's just so fascinating, you guys. Just one of the most unique heroines. I'll call her a heroine. You know, you're not really quite sure what she is in this novel. Is she heroine or is she murderess? That's the big question that's posed. But Grace as a character, she is just so compelling, so fascinating. Once again, just the lines of dialogue that Margaret Atwood give her, I mean, you fall under her sway. You're kind of hypnotized by Grace and her narrative and the story that she weaves. And yeah, Grace is very complex. She's flawed. You never quite know if she's telling the truth or not. I think to some degree the novel can be an example of an unreliable narrator, because you are experiencing the novel through the first person, through her story. So yeah, is she telling you the truth or is she lying? That's kind of what you got to figure out. The thing is, by the time the novel ends, Margaret Atwood doesn't give you all the answers, which I kind of loved. It's truly up to you as the reader to interpret what you're reading and make up your own decision by the end, which I loved. The thing is, though, it kind of doesn't matter what the truth is, you know? That's kind of the big point of this novel. It doesn't really matter if Grace is innocent or guilty, because what ultimately happens, you sympathize with her either way. Because the situations that Grace gets in, the things that she has to do, you understand it because you know in the back of your head, this is the 1800s. You know what a woman had to do to get by back in the day. So yeah, whether or not she committed the murders, like I said, you start to sympathize with her and you start to understand perhaps why she may or may not have done what she did. And can I just talk about the relationship between Grace and Dr. Jordan? My God. Even though Dr. Jordan, he does seek to kind of fix her and to proclaim that she is innocent, there's still something very sexy and alluring about the Grace and Dr. Jordan relationship. And maybe it's just me. Seriously, I love the two of them together. But yeah, you're constantly wondering, is there a manipulation going on between them? Where is the truth? Where is the lies? And yeah, you kind of question, is Grace messing with him? You know, is she messing with him? And he definitely develops a very, very unhealthy relationship with her. He kind of gets a little obsessed with trying to unravel her. He's determined to unlock her memories, because yeah, that's kind of the thing. Grace claims that she has no memories of what happened the day that the housekeeper and her employer were killed. So yeah, that's what Dr. Jordan's trying to do. He's trying to unlock those memories, trying to get something out of there, provoke something. So in the meantime, Dr. Jordan kind of develops this very, very unhealthy obsession with Grace, and yeah, it kind of starts doing things to him. And I really loved, since Dr. Jordan, he does specialize in the field of mental illness, I just really loved the role that played in this novel, because at the time it was a field that was just up and coming. You know, there were the people who supported it, the people who just thought it was baloney and thought it was kind of stupid, like there's no such thing as mental illness. So I just love the role that played in this novel, and kind of Dr. Jordan's role in that, and how they were kind of doing modern techniques at the time to kind of help cure Grace and restart her memories. And this novel definitely poses some very interesting questions, you know, what Grace's mental state could have been at the time. There is kind of a suggestion of schizophrenia, I think. I don't know if I was reading too much into that. There is a suggestion possibly of schizophrenia, but once again, you don't get an answer whether or not that's the case. Like I said, this is a novel exploring Grace, if she's innocent or guilty. Is she lying? Is she telling the truth, you know? So yeah, it's kind of up to you to determine what her mental state could have possibly been by the end of this novel. So yeah, you guys, I seriously enjoyed this novel from start to finish. So incredibly well told. Margaret Atwood is definitely a master storyteller, I think. I definitely need to pick up some more books from her in the future. And yeah, just a very compelling story, I think, about this young woman, Grace Marks. A novel of a woman who is victim of her circumstance, a woman who is a victim of simply just being a woman who's a victim of her social class. Just, yeah, this novel explores so much, I think, and I definitely very, very highly recommend it. So that's it for this book review. In the comments below, have you guys read Margaret Atwood's Alias Grace, or have you not? Do you plan on reading it in the future? And have you seen the fantastic Netflix miniseries? Because I love it to bits. So that's it for this book review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.